everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Erongo Talk, our community, your news. My name is Leandrea Louw, and today I join you from Swakopmund. Now, in our program for today, we have an interview with Ryan Gordon, who is a community activist, who is going to tell us about the people that was recently evicted in Naraval due to non-payment of rent. So, as usual, I'm going to bring you the latest news, the weather, and the tides. And then here at Namibia Media Holdings, we'll always have something for everyone. Now, kicking off tomorrow, we have a brand new show called Flex, which is called Flexing Our Minds and Flexing Our Muscles. So it's all about fitness. Fitness concerning your mind, fitness concerning your body. And then tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 on all our platforms, in collaboration with Standard Bank, we will have the first mining industry panel discussion. So later on the show, we're going to show you who's going to be on the panel. So you make sure to check that out as well. So, and then today we are celebrating Eating Outside Day. So hopefully if the weather stays like it is right now, we can do that. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Come on, I can see you lover, I can see you lover, and it's flowing in your face.
And now for your news. Now, the governor of the Erongo region, Neville Andre, officially opened 2 prefabricated 24-bed wards in Walvis Bay last week. Now, the facility is located behind the Walvis Bay State Hospital and was funded by the Ministry of Health and Social Services to the tune of 12 million Namibian dollars. Now, it took around 3 weeks to complete, and it will house COVID-19 patients. Now, Andre said that the government had availed a 727 million Namibian dollars emergency budget for the health sector, with special emphasis on planning, monitoring, communication, community engagement, surveillance, infection control and prevention, case management, operational and logistic support. Now, Andre said, with the increase in COVID-19 cases in our region and Walvis Bay as epicenter of the pandemic, there is a dire need for additional beds. Now, as a response, our government availed the state-of-the-art military hospital, which without a shadow of doubt brought relief to our healthcare facilities. Additional beds were provided via the conversion of the Konja ward by the Erongo Care Initiative, while the Walvis Bay municipality availed the bungalows to be used as quarantine facilities. This helped us tremendously during the early days when we needed more beds. Now, Andre implored the health director and the team to take good care of the facilities. It is our hope that all those who enter these premises and facilities will be healed. Now, these facilities are also done with a future in mind. The equipment to be utilized, as well as health personnel that are part of these facilities, should be retained to strengthen our healthcare system well beyond the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, for COVID-19 update, Saturday and Sunday, a total of 1,459 results were received from the laboratories, of which 210 tested positive for COVID-19 on Saturday. Now, the youngest patient is 2 years old and the oldest is 90, with the Minister of Health, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, adding that cumulatively, Namibia now has 7,116 confirmed cases. Now, the Minister also announced 4 more deaths, all from Windhoek, and said that the country recorded a high number of fatalities over the past 7 days. Now, that's about an average, over the past 28 days, that's an average of 4 deaths per day. Now, the reported deaths are that of 3 females, a 3-month-old baby, a 35-year-old, a 54-year-old, and 1 man, a 30-year-old. Now, the highest number of deaths were recorded in the 40 to 49 age group at a total of 20, which is about 30%, followed by the 60 to 69 group with 20 deaths, which is about 28%. Now, the least deaths have been recorded among those under 10 years, with 3, which is 4%. Observing preventative measures to interrupt the epidemic curve is vital, said the Minister. Now, on Sunday, 249 patients tested positive for COVID-19, with the youngest being 1 month old and the oldest is 81 years old. Now, from March 2020 to August 2020, a total of 60,000 samples were tested. Of these, 33,804, which is about 56%, were performed in August alone. Now, out of the 33,000 tests performed in August, a total of 5,200 were confirmed as COVID-19 positive, which represents 71% of total cumulative confirmed cases. Now, the number of tests increased from 6,199 in the first week of August 2020 to a total number of 9,800 tests during the fourth week of August 2020. Now, he said that this is in response to the increased amount of testing in relation to the increased number of confirmed cases. Now, Erongo only recorded 9 cases, 8 in Walvis Bay and 1 in Swakopmund, as well as 85 recoveries. Now, yesterday he also announced 3 more deaths, which is from Keetmanshoop, from Windhoek, and a South African citizen in Windhoek. I will emphasize again, it doesn't mean because our cases are slightly declining, we should also relax. Please, let's stick to the rules and regulations. Now, on Friday, the Minister of Health and Social Services also announced a number of changes pertaining to the management of COVID-19 in Namibia. Now, he said the ministry has compiled a document setting out the procedures and legal requirements related to burials of those whose deaths are attributed to COVID-19. The burial of those who succumb to COVID-19 must be seen in the context of legal requirements regarding the handling of the human remains of those who succumb to all other notifiable infectious diseases. In this regard, these requirements relate to the various stages of the process, namely immediately after death, transportation of the body, the burial or funeral process. Now, 2 of the things that stood out from what the minister said is that mechanical equipment won't be used to cover the grave of the deceased, and that cremation is also permitted, but since this can only happen in Windhoek and the body of a person who has succumbed to COVID-19 is not allowed to be transported. So, but you can check out the story on our website at www.erongo.com.na about what the minister said as well. Now, a body of an unidentified black male person aged between 20 to 25 years with earrings on both ears and without clothes was discovered by 2 fishermen on Friday. Now, the fishermen were busy fishing in the vicinity of the OK Parking Beach next to Plaza Meer Mall in Swakopmund when the body washed out from the sea between 10:45 and 12:45 on Friday. Now, Erongo Deputy Police Commissioner Erastus Ikuyu confirmed this and said the police and the fire brigade were summoned to the scene and they attended to the incident. Now, the body was taken to the Swakopmund State Hospital for certification and further handling. No missing person was reported in Swakopmund recently and nobody witnessed as to what could have possibly happened. Now, Ikuyu said that the next of kin are not yet known and the investigation continues to trace the families or any person who knows the deceased. Now, no foul play is suspected at this stage and a drowning unnatural death docket was opened. Now, anyone who is missing a family member or friend fitting the description is requested to contact Deputy Commissioner Ikuyu at 081 2464 757 or Detective Inspector Rosa Chivahero at 081 413 7105 or the nearest police station. But you can read more on this and more on our website at www.erongo.com.na. Let me repeat that again, www.erongo.com.na.
Add us on Facebook and search for us on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Contact us via WhatsApp. Our daily show starts with the Afrikaans program Soggens met Shaal, perfect for the Afrikaans lovers.
Then it's time for the Women's Magazine program, The Mid-Morning Breeze with Olivia.
And for the youngsters and game fanatics, join Cody on the 3 to 6 drive. West Coast FM, your host at the coast.
Kyk my 'n bietjie oor die situasie hier man. Ons sit nog steeds hierso. Dit is nou 2 weke wat ons hier sit. Ons het gepraat saam met die groep wat gekom het, die meneer Fischer hulle. Dis 'n groep wat gekies is. Ja, hulle het gekom om met ons te praat, om ons te update. En sover het ons nog niks gehoor nie. Maar die Fischer het vandag teruggekom. See you guys. En die Fischer het vandag teruggekom na ons toe om te sê dat die ding is oorgeskif, maar hulle sal net vir ons duidelikheid gee. So ons het nog nie regtig gepraat nie. Maar huidiglik sit ons nog steeds hierso.
Yes.
Die mense is nog steeds hier, die main ding is, hulle is onder 'n dak.
Ja.
Maar dit is nie ons concern nie. Ons concern is, wat gaan môre en oormôre gebeur? Die gister 2 huisgesinne gekom, ons kan nie die mense huisves nie, daar is nie plek nie, die mense is regtig uitgesit. Ons kon hom op Facebook gesit het vir 'n familie, wat uitgesit is, en hy het mense gehelp, hulle kon net 4.000 betaal, en hulle het dan reggekom met 'n huis, so at least kon ons vir hulle dan onder 'n dak kry.
Yes.
Vandag weer 2 huisgesinne gekom, hulle is 10 mense wat bly in 'n garage, en die mense is ook uitgesit. Ek weet nie waar gaan al die mense nie, ek weet nie wat gaan ons maak nie. Ons wag regtig die council, governor, minister, deputy ministers om vir ons 'n antwoord te gee. Ons wag maar geduldig, ons het beloof ons sal nie online gaan nie of live gaan nie. Maar ek weet nie hoe lank ons hy belofte kan hou nie. Dit is wat ek kan sê met sekerheid. Die mense begin agitated raak hier binnekant. Dinge begin moeilik raak hier binne. Die mense begin werk op mekaar van 'n verskillende families, het verskillende oorde wat ingekom het hierso. So dit kos vir ons om orde te hou. As mans, vrouens, kinders, jong manne, en ons moet maar kyk wat ons kan doen. Ons probeer regtig ons bes. As mense hier buite wat ook honger kry, wat ons gevra het, hulle moet by ander mense bly. Huidiglik bly die man en die vrou by 'n plek, die een dogter bly by 'n auntie en die seun is by iemand. So almal is by verskillende, en jy kan nie 'n familie so deel nie. Dit is regtig eintlik hartseer om dit te sien. Ons het gister 'n vroutjie gehad terwyl ons pakkies maak om te gaan uitdeel. Het 'n vroutjie by die huis ingekom, sy bly op die piep. Die vrou het 7 kinders. Sy sê haar babietjie moes sy weggegee het vir iemand van sy kan nie meer nie. En ons het kon aan vir haar pakkie gee en klere gee vir die kinders. Maar dit is nie die oplossing nie. Ons het die Swakopmund wat vir ons help, ons het round table wat vir ons help, ons het Vertaas wat vir ons help, Mrs. Fernandes hulle wat vir ons help. Hulle bring kosse in vir die mense en die community bring kosse in vir die mense, en dit is om hulle tydelik aan die gang te hou, maar dit is nie die oplossing nie. Daar is 'n groter probleem.
Yes. Wat sal jy sê is 'n oplossing? Wat sal jy as oplossing wil sien gebeur?
Huidiglik is die myn ding, as ons 'n stukkie grond kan kry vir ons mense, wat hulle kan at least dan op hulle eie kan aangaan om te bou, vir eers 'n tent wat hy in kan bly, laat ons ons families eers kan huisves vir eers, die is temporary, maar at least 'n stukkie grond wat hy sy eie kan noem. En is nie net hierdie mense nie, daar's baie daar buite. Daar's mense wat hier wat skaam is om na vore te kom, maar daar's 'n nood. As ons het baie grond, en ek dink ons council kan na ons mense kyk. En ons is daar om agter hulle te staan, en saam agter ons mense te kyk, maar huidiglik lyk dit ons kan nie saamwerk nie of eers is, maar hulle moet ons net 'n kans gee. Dit is nie net ons nie, ons is 'n groep, ons is 'n community wat saam met hulle wil werk.
Ryan, ek weet verseker dat hierdie plek gaan gebruik word in die verkiesing.
Yes.
Waartoe dan?
Ja, dit is ons main concern. Sien dat ons nie 'n antwoord kry van die council nie. Weet ons dat binnekort sal ons moet uit. Die mense moet hier uit. Ons weet nie waartoe gaan die mense nie. Ons kan nie tente op die veld sit en dan maak hulle die gras dood. Alles gaan van hier vanaf 'n probleem raak. Maar weer eens soos ek sê, die probleem gaan net groter raak. Dis meer mense wat kom. En ek kan nou vir u met sekerheid sê, ek kan die council sê, ek kan vir almal sê wat luister. As hulle nie vir ons 'n antwoord in môreoggend het nie, kan ek hulle garandeer hier gaan 'n tent staan of daar of op die veld wat nog mense gaan kom inbly. En hulle sal maar moet kom help. Dit is nie ons probleem wat hierso staan nie. Dit is die community, dit is die council se probleem. So hulle sal moet na vore kom en vir ons sê what is the way forward.
Wat is jou boodskap vir die gemeenskap daar buite?
Vir die gemeenskap wil ek net baie dankie sê vir hulle wat die mense huisves, hulle wat nog hierdie mense uitgesit het, die wat buitekamers het of huise het, wil ons baie dankie sê. Hulle wat lenient was towards die mense. Ons sê nie dat die huiseienaar mag nie mense uitsit nie. Daar is mense wat 3-4 maande agter is. En dit verstaan ons. Dit is logies. Hy gaan ook 'n kans hê om sy huis te verloor. So ons verstaan as hy sê die persoon moet gaan. Dit verstaan ons. Ons sê nie hy mag nie uitsit nie. Ons probeer maar net kyk hoe kan ons vir hulle help. As ons miskien kan probeer geld inkry om iemand se plek 'n maand of 2 te kan betaal. Maar dit is nog nie die oplossing. Maar ons wil net vir die community daar buite baie dankie sê vir die feit dat hulle vir ons mense kans gesien het, vir ons mense voer. Ons wil self vir hulle sê wat negatief is daar buite. Want ons mense judge hier binnekant wat sê ons ken vir hulle is sleg, hulle is daggarokers en hulle is wyndrinkers. Ons wil self vir hulle dankie sê. Van die negativiteit van hulle motiveer ons mense om beter mense te raak. Hierdie is nie net 'n dak vir hulle koppe nie. Hier is selfs 'n rehabilitasiesentrum geword vir ons mense en ons jong mense en so.
And now for your weather and tides. Kicking off for the tides, we had high tide this morning at 2:30, low tide at 8:30. High tide will be at 10 minutes to 3 this afternoon, and low tide again this evening at 10 minutes to 9. Now for Walvis Bay, sunrise was this morning at 13 minutes past 7. Sunset will be at 7 minutes to 7. Now this is more or less the sunrise and sunset times for the rest of the towns in the region. Now, a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius is expected for today with a westerly wind, a minimum of 8 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. Then for Swakopmund, a maximum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius with a southwesterly wind with a minimum of 9 degrees and a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. For Walvis Bay, maximum temperature for today, 17 degrees Celsius with a southwesterly wind, a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. Arandas for today, a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius with a southeasterly wind, a minimum of 4 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. For Usakos, a maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius with a northwesterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 3 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius is expected for tomorrow. For Karibab, maximum temperature for today is 32 degrees Celsius with a southeasterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 3 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius is expected for tomorrow. And then finally for Omaruru, maximum temperature for today is 31 degrees Celsius with a northerly wind. And then for tomorrow, a cold minimum of 3 degrees Celsius and a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius is expected for tomorrow. And that's your weather and tides for today and tomorrow.
I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your host of Flex, a wellness program where we will be flexing our minds and muscles. On our social media pages from Mondays to Thursdays, where we will be flexing our muscles, and on Fridays and Sundays flexing our minds. See you guys next time.
Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk. But you can check out our website at www.erongo.com.na for all the latest news happening here and in the region. Or if you want to make contact with us either for advertisements or you want to let us know what's happening in your town or your region, you can do so at 0811 7040, 0811 7040. Now tomorrow it's the 1st of September, so it's Spring Day, and Otis Daniels will be joining you from Walvis Bay with the latest news, the weather, tides and Grumpy's fishing report. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.